exchange of gases and water that takes place in the plasma membrane. Okay, what is the function of the plasma membrane? The exchange of the gases and the water takes place in the cell. So it is the function of the plasma membrane, and whatever excess of water the cell is having, it is removing out of the cell. Unwanted water is removed out of the cell. Okay, so this is about the plasma membrane. Okay, now here you can have the differentiate, and you can learn more about the cell membrane. As the cell membrane is thin and flexible, it is outermost covering of the animal cell. um, then it lies near to the cell wall in the plant cell. Then what is the function of the cell membrane? It protects the cell. It separates the connected cell from the surrounding, and it is regulate the entry of the solute ions, that is entry and exit of the exchange of the gases and water that takes place in the cell membrane. Okay, then next comes cytoplasm. Now whatever excess of water or exchange of gases that has to be removed from the cell, that work is done with the help of cytoplasm. Now what is cytoplasm? It is a liquid in the cell which is present in nucleus. So where it is present? It is present around the nucleus. And how the cytoplasm is? It is a liquid part in the cell, and it separates all the organelles from each other. That is the work of the cytoplasm. Then what is the function of the cytoplasm? It removes the waste material and helps the cell in respiration. And whatever the food we eat, that food, it is converted into glucose, and from glucose it is converted into energy. As I told you that the cell also requires energy. So mitochondria is one of the cell organelles which produces energy, and it is also known as the powerhouse of the cell. And it provides the energy, whatever energy is required to the cell. That energy is provided in the form of ATP. ATP's full form is adenosine triphosphate. Okay. So now the fourth part of the cell, that is cell organelles. Now in the cell organelles, you can see that there are many different parts such as nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, Golgi bodies, lysosomes, mitochondria, vacuoles, plastids. So all these are the different organelles that are present in a cell. Now what is organelle? Organelles are the tiny organs of the cell. Okay, what are organelles? Now there may be question arising in your mind, what is organelles? So organelles means these are the tiny organs which are present in the cell. Okay, then these organelles are distinguished into two different types of cell, that is prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So what is the meaning of prokaryotic cell? In the prokaryotic cell, you are not able to see the nuclear membrane, nucleus, or any distinct organs. But in eukaryotic, you can see all the organs very nicely. Now here there is an example of the human cell, and in this human cell you can see all the organelles very clearly, because this human cell is consisting of eukaryotic, in which the nucleus and the nuclear membrane and the organelles are seen very clearly. So these are classified into eukaryotic cells. Okay, so here, so students, what is microorganisms? Can you define microorganisms? Microorganisms are the organisms that cannot be seen with our naked eyes. Okay, the organisms which are not able to see with our naked eyes, those type of organisms are called as microorganisms. And where these microorganisms can be seen? We can see this microorganism under the compound microscope. Okay, we can see that under compound microscope. Now there are some of the microorganisms which are very useful for us. For example, antibiotics and vaccines. So these microorganisms which are used to make antibiotics and vaccine, and because of these microorganisms we can cure several diseases such as cholera, tuberculosis, smallpox, hepatitis, and we can prevent by vaccination. So these microorganisms are, few microorganisms are useful for us for preparing antibiotics and vaccine, and we can have this medicine, and we can prevent us from different types of disease. Then microorganisms are divided into 5 different types, that is bacteria, virus, fungi, algae, protozoa. Okay, so these 5 types we are going to study in the higher class, that is 8th standard. So you have a first lesson, classification of microorganisms and microbes. So this lesson there, it is there in 8th standard. So this is a general information that the microorganisms cannot be seen with our naked eyes, and they are further classified into 5 types, that is bacteria, virus, fungi, algae, and protozoa. Okay, now where do the bacteria grow? So these are the different microbes you found in your surrounding. So some of them are useful microorganisms while some are harmful to us. Now where do the microorganisms grow? Very good question. Where do these microorganisms grow? So these microorganisms prefer to grow in the temperature where it is 25 to 37 degree. Means almost they require a moist and humid, warm atmosphere to grow. Okay, the study of cell is called as cytology, and there is a National Institution of Cell Science in Pune. Okay, Pune is an institute in research field where the study of cell is studied, and the study of cell is known as cytology. Very nice information this is. The study of the cell is known as cytology, and the national institution, that is National Center of Cell Science, it is situated in Pune. So if anyone wants to do studies in the cell, they can join this institute and they can do their studies. If you want to become a scientist or any other thing, you can join this institute. Then next, where the microorganisms grow, they grow everywhere. And what atmosphere they prefer? They prefer warm, dark, and moist place. They require warm, moist, and dark place. Then the next point, that is, as I told you, there are useful microorganisms and there are harmful microorganisms also. The harmful microorganisms are the microorganisms which causes disease to us. Okay, they are also known as pathogen. So the microorganism which causes disease, those are known as pathogen, whereas the organisms which are useful, for example, fermentation. So for fermentation, to convert the yoga hut from milk to yoga hut, the microorganisms are used which are very useful, and they convert the milk into the um, curd. So microorganisms are useful for producing milk products like butter, buttermilk, cheese. So all these things are used by making fermentation and microorganisms. So these are very much important things that we are supposed to know. Then as I told you that there are some harmful microorganisms which causes food poisoning. You can see that if the leftover chapati or bread is there in your tiffin box, it causes a white grayish color, which is known as a fungus. And if you eat such food, you may have food poison. Okay, as I told you, there are pathogen. Pathogen means germs. So the pathogens are the disease producing microorganisms. So the germs which are producing disease, those organisms are called as a harmful microorganisms. For example, mosquito. If the mosquito bites, what disease can be occur? Malaria, dengue, hepatitis, yellow fever, chikungunya, Zika fever. Okay, these types of different disease can be produced when a mosquito bites, and these are the disease producing microorganisms. So mosquito is coming from different dirty areas, dirty water. It grows in a dirty water, or where the water is locked for many days, and in that places it lays its egg and it reproduces itself. And from there, when these organisms comes and bite us, they produces disease. So they produces pathogens, that is germ, disease producing microorganisms. These are which results into disease. So to prevent ourselves, we can drink the boiled water, we can use a handkerchief while sneezing. Okay, so in this lockdown period, we have learned very hygienic things, such as we can protect ourselves from different things, such as by using mask, by washing our hands. Whenever we go outside, we wash our hands thoroughly, use sanitizer. So all these things we have learned in this lockdown period. Now, as in this lesson, we have studied about the cell. Also, we have studied about the different parts of the cell. Also, we have studied that the mitochondria is the energy producing cell, and it is also known as powerhouse. Chloroplast is the present in plant cell, and which is very much helpful in photosynthesis. Okay, and vacuoles, what is the work of the vacuoles? The vacuoles are the waste products. So whatever waste products are there in the cell, that are thrown out with the help of vacuoles, that is the function of the vacuoles. Okay, so this is about the cells in short. Then eukaryotic cell, and what is the prokaryotic cell? In eukaryotic cell, you can see the nucleus and the membrane enclosed organelles under the microscope clearly, whereas in the prokaryotic, you cannot see the nucleus or the nuclear membrane and the enclosed organisms clear in the cell.